Welcome, everybody, to the Lowdown on Ridertown here with the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, 94.1 KRNA and the Union Station Extension. We had 1 week off last week, February 8th. The Rough Riders had a game, so had a couple weeks since we've checked in with these guys. As I like to remind everybody every week, this is kind of our weekly check-in with the team. We get to know the players, the coaches, the staff, and also catch up on some game action here and there as well. You can find the audio from our past podcasts, the 3 or 4 that we've already done, up at krna.com, and also the KRNA YouTube page. All those should be posted by now, the past ones, so you can see them there. We usually try to get these up by Friday or Saturday, at least by the weekend after we've recorded them live. So you can check there for that. You can also find more information on the KRNA Facebook page and also on the Rough Riders Facebook page. A reminder that when you come out each and every week, the show is from 6 to 6:30, but the doors open about 5 o'clock, and I know people hang around until about 7 or so it's a real event. So come on out, bring the family. I know it's a lot of fun each and every week for people who come on out. 2 topping pizzas for just $10. That's a special that the Union Station Extension runs during the broadcast, and also for the kids, $4.99 chicken strip baskets. I'm joined this week by head coach Mark Carlson, as always, but also Sam Foose and Jordan Timmons. And we'll get into talking to those guys in just a few minutes. I want to remind everyone, though, that toward the end of the show tonight, we'll have another drawing, so we'll save a couple minutes toward the end. It'll be for a 4-pack of tickets to any upcoming home game for the Rough Riders and also a team-signed poster, so a little bonus there, too. We try to have drawings each and every week after the show, so hang on around. And you can actually still sign up during the show as well. The box, I think, is in the back corner of the room there. Hand waving. So if you haven't signed up yet, you want to get in, you have about 15 or 20 minutes during the show here, you can run back and do that. We'll draw toward the end. I think that about covers it from that standpoint. A reminder once again that each and every week, 6 to 6:30, I think we have one more break week. I think March 15th, the Rough Riders have a game on a Wednesday night, but otherwise you can catch us here up through the end of March, every Wednesday at the Union Station Extension. Been a while since we talked with the team. We've actually had 5 games take place. I'll run down those results real quick, and then we'll get into talking to the guys here. Friday, February 3rd, a 3-2 win against Madison. Then Saturday, February 4th, a 4-3 overtime thrilling win up at Dubuque. Wednesday, February 8th, 4-1 loss against Des Moines. That was the Wednesday night game. Friday, a 2-1 overtime narrow loss at Madison. And then Saturday, a 10-2 loss up at Waterloo. And Coach, I'll start there. Your thoughts on the last couple of weeks for this team? I know it's been a while since we've caught up, the last couple of weeks of action for these guys.
Yeah, thanks, Coop. I think we've played a lot of good hockey, I think, here recently. You mentioned a couple wins, a couple losses last week there. We needed to execute a little bit better, needed to coach a little bit better, and then, Saturday was not a great game for us. We all know that. We're moving on from that. And great weekend coming up here. We go to Omaha, which is a team with lots of tradition, and then get to come home and play Lincoln, which is another team with a lot of tradition. So we're excited about the weekend coming up.
So you string together 2 wins in a row, a good feat for this team. Did you see anything kind of during that winning streak, during those spans of wins that you can build off of, that you kind of saw out of the team that you can kind of work off of for the rest of the year?
We saw some things. I think we've played pretty good here for the last couple months, and it's just about kind of finding a way to, make an extra play, get an extra save, find a way for individual players to impact the game. And so we got a lot of good going here, and we've got to have a good day of practice tomorrow before we get into Omaha on Friday.
And Sam, I'll also ask you from a player's perspective, you guys string together a couple victories. How did that feel as a team, and what can you kind of take away from that winning streak?
It's always nice to get some wins under your belt, so I think we're really coming together as a team. We've been staying positive, so it's nice to have the work go a long way.
And Jordan, I'll ask you to have an impact on the ice, couple wins in a row for this team, how you kind of build off of that as a team overall.
Yeah, I think getting a couple wins is big, especially in a row. You just get a lot of confidence going into the next game, and I think we've been playing really well, and if we keep getting some wins here, we'll end the season on a real good note.
I'd like to ask the guys who come on, the players, especially for the first times, to run down their bios, how they got here to Cedar Rapids, where they're from, so on and so forth. And Sam, I'll start down on your end. Just kind of give us a bio, where you're from, and kind of your journey here to get to Cedar Rapids.
All right, I'm from Edina, Minnesota, the hometown of Ben Foley. So I played growing up all Edina, and then last year I played in Minot in the North American League, and then now I'm here. So
now, with the mention of Edina, I know a couple weeks ago, if people remember, there's a player up here who mentioned that town and had some disparaging remarks about that town, and the coach said there was an acronym for Edina. Sam, are you aware of that?
Every day I need attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And do you want to stand up for your hometown? Is there something you want to kind of start a turf battle here that with the rest of the guys who kind of dogged on it?
I think they're just jealous, honestly, because I think we just won a lot of games, so I think they just wanted to beat from Edina, honestly.
Yeah, see, that got me interested too. So this afternoon when I saw you were from there, I started looking up online, and there's even a rap about Edina on YouTube. It's like 25 or 26,000 views.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
It's called the Cake Eater Anthem.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I don't want to rag on Edina, I don't want to run in on it, but I mean, the rapping is pretty decent. It's kind of funny.
It was funny, yeah, but I think they're still just jealous, I think, yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of hate getting thrown that way.
Yeah.
Jordan, I'll also ask you about your background, where you're from, and how you got here to Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The last couple years I played for the Pittsburgh Pens Elite, and last year we had a real good season and was able to get drafted to Muskegon, and then got traded here a few months ago. So it's been really good since I've been here. I like it a lot.
And what or who got you really interested in the game of hockey? How'd you get into the sport?
My dad played. He played in Miami of Ohio, and kind of just grew up. He was coaching when I was born, so I just kind of grew up around the game and learned to love it.
Sam, how about you? What got you into the game?
Also, my dad, he also played college hockey at Lake Superior State, and I think he was my coach from a young age, and he just really got me into it, so I've been playing ever since.
And Coach, I wonder if you could kind of take a few minutes, as we usually do, and share your thoughts on these guys, what they each bring to the team, and what kind of convinced you to bring them both on board.
Sure, yeah, with Sam, we were able to see him play there in Minot, last year, and saw him play a little bit in high school the year before that, and so we knew he'd done a good job there in Minot. We were fortunate to draft him, and happy to have him here. And then with Jordan, we did watch him last year for Pittsburgh, and I watched a lot of his games there in the national tournament there on the internet. And then there was a situation where we thought he was available with Muskegon, and we were able to get him, so we're happy to have him here.
And Jordan, I know you kind of had a whirlwind journey to get here to Cedar Rapids. It was pretty quick turnaround to be here. Can you kind of give us a little insight into that? How'd that go to actually get here to Cedar Rapids to the Rough Riders?
Well, I knew I was going to be traded. I talked to our general manager in Muskegon a few weeks prior, and he told me they were going to try to trade me. And actually that morning he told me that the talks had fallen through and that I wasn't going to be traded. And then after practice he pulled me into his office and let me know that I was here now. And so I went home that night and packed, woke up in the morning and got here for practice the next day.
And from what I remember, had a pretty stellar first game for the Rough Riders too, as I remember it. Had a nice coming out party.
Yeah, I played a good game. I'm just trying to come in and help a good team get better.
Sure. And Sam, I know you had mentioned earlier about your dad being an influence in your hockey life and getting you into the game, and I know that he's going through some health struggles right now, and I don't want to belabor it too much, but for one, how's he doing? And I know that the hockey community here with the Rough Riders and just overall has really kind of come together for that too.
Yeah, right now he's actually doing really well. He got back to work today, which is good. He's driving his car, so it's been all positive right now. I think he starts chemo in March sometime, so we're just going to stay positive through that whole process, and hopefully it's done after that.
Yeah, that's great. And I'll ask you guys too, as we kind of talk about how you guys get ready for games and how you prepare for games, superstitions and rituals that you guys have as players. Jordan, I'll start with you. Anything particular?
Not really. I don't have a real superstition. I just go through the same warm up every day. I play a little soccer and then do a little warm up on my own, just get my legs going. Other than that, just I don't like when people touch my stick after I tape it. That's probably the only thing.
That's understandable. And then Sam, I read somewhere on the internet that part of your ritual or superstition, you got to have that mac and cheese pregame meal. Is that still in play?
That's actually out of play now.
Oh, okay.
It was I was getting too full before the games, so it kind of slowed me down. So now I'm just going to stick with like a sandwich or something like that. Yeah.
Coach, in your playing days, did you have any superstitions, rituals, mac and cheese pregame meals, or anything like that?
Yeah, it didn't really matter, too much what I ate. I wasn't getting a whole heck of a lot done anyway. But I think at college we would, we would make these like chicken patties in the oven because we had an apartment.
Yeah.
And then we would go with a real high class, like cook the pasta and then put that on top, and then cold sauce out of the jar on top.
Oh, yeah.
And that was how we rolled.
Sounds like a real delicacy.
Yeah, it was tremendous stuff.
Yeah. Jordan, as far as future plans in the game of hockey, commitments, things as you look ahead from the Rough Riders, can you kind of give us a rundown of some of your future goals and plans?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the University of Connecticut to play college hockey, and I'm still deciding, when I want to go in, but I'm excited to get there and, start playing college hockey.
Now, what went into that decision to choose UConn? What did you see, and how was that process overall? How long did you string that out or make that decision?
Well, I think at Nationals last year was when I really started getting attention, and I ended up going to visit in July, and I love the school, I love the coaches, and they got a real good team that hasn't been great in the past, but they're rebuilding, and I'm excited to be a part of that.
Sam, how about your future goals, things as you look ahead in the game of hockey, and maybe even beyond that?
Well, my goal right now is just to get a commitment right now, so I'm just working hard every day to get better, and hopefully that comes, and then after that, I really don't know, so we'll see how that goes.
Now, coming here with Cedar Rapids, Sam, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make to this team, but also in playing in the USHL? I like to ask the players this from time to time just to get their thoughts on it.
Well, besides seeing Foley every day, it's just a lot faster, so just get with the pace was probably it.
And did you guys play together in high school?
We did, yeah.
And have you guys kind of strengthened the bond now that you're on the Rough Riders? Has that made things kind of easier as you transition on the team?
Yeah, we're definitely good friends, so that's good.
And Jordan, how about you? What's the biggest adjustment been coming on this team, especially with you because you were here pretty quick, had to adjust on the fly, and had to get used here to Cedar Rapids?
Coming into the league was obviously the pace is a lot faster than where I played last year, but coming to this team, it's I took on a bigger role than I had in Muskegon, and I'm happy about that, and I'm just trying to improve my game and do what I can to help the team.
And what's the environment been like in Cedar Rapids here? How have you taken to the city and kind of taken to the community?
I really like the city. The community's great. All the players are great. Great coaches. So.
Sam, how about you as far as Cedar Rapids and the location and kind of getting acclimated to things?
It's been really good. The community is really supportive, and they're always behind the team. So it's nice to see a lot of fans at every game. So it's been really nice.
And playing under coach and learning from coach, what's the biggest takeaway you've had as a player from being under Coach Carlson? Sam, I'll start with you.
Definitely being mental tough is a big thing that he preaches a lot. So I think for me, I've become a lot more mental tough this season, which I think is going to help me along the road.
And Jordan, how about you?
Yeah, he preaches mental toughness a lot, and that's a big thing that we all have to learn. The other thing's just being a good teammate. That is, you might not have the most skill on your team, but it doesn't really matter as long as you work well together and everyone's a good teammate. You'll succeed.
Take a few minutes here just to update or to highlight that the Rough Riders, they played Omaha on Friday night, but then they have a home game Saturday against Lincoln. It's college night. You can wear your favorite hockey jersey and $2 for specials during the game, so that's a reason to get on out. And then a couple other cool things. Kraft has this promotion that they're doing called Hockeyville. You can vote online right now. You can find the link at the Rough Riders Facebook page. You could see an NHL preseason game at the stable, and the facility will receive some funds for upgrades. So if you have the winning franchise, the winning arena in that's what you get. So you can find that link on the Rough Riders Facebook page. Pretty cool. And then something this weekend, along with the actual Rough Riders game on Saturday, the Rough Riders also are set to host the first annual Rough Riders Challenge U13 division. This weekend, you can see some of the top young talent in the country, and Coach, I'll kind of segue into that. Can you kind of explain a little bit about this event and what this is going to entail and why you guys put this together?
Yeah, sure, Coop. I think it's going to be a great weekend, and it's nice to have all the teams coming in. And Jason Shaner, the Bird, he's here tonight. He's waiting from the back, and he really is the one that put this whole deal together and was able to work hard and get all these teams to come in. So it's a great experience for the kids, and they'll get to come in and see some good hockey here and kind of get a feel for that, and also get some exposure to some scouts. And then as far as the tournament too, I think it's great for our community. There'll be an awful lot of hotel rooms rented out and a lot of people eating out in the restaurants. So I think it's great for the economy here for sure, and we're proud to be a part of it.
I was going to ask you, too, this probably seems like the best time as any. You mentioned a few weeks ago, and you've mentioned in past years, that when you got here to Cedar Rapids, decided to take this job, literally had to build it from the ground up. There was a pile of dirt where the arena was going to be. And so obviously this is a community that before the Rough Riders didn't have a whole lot of exposure, if any, to the game of hockey. How have you seen that kind of build around Cedar Rapids? Obviously we know the fans come out to games, and they've really embraced the team over the last 10, 15 years, but how have you seen that grow, and what kind of struggle maybe was that early on to get some exposure to a place that isn't used to hockey, like being up in Minnesota or Wisconsin or even north of that?
Sure, well, I think we were, really fortunate and still are to have a great building. So, those first couple of years there, you couldn't get a seat. So it was, that was pretty cool. And the support has continued. And obviously, early in the year, there's lots of different things going on, but it's been tremendous, and we've been fortunate to have great housing families here in our community. And Janelle Banowitz is here tonight, and she heads that up for us and does an unbelievable job. And so we thank them for everything that they do, and the city's been great to us.
And guys, as players, what's the atmosphere been like at the stable playing here with the Rough Riders? Sam, I'll start on your end.
It's awesome when the place gets rocking, it gets pretty loud, so the atmosphere's been it's been good.
And Jordan, how about you? What's it like to play at the stable?
It's great. The atmosphere is much better than it was in Muskegon, actually, and there's a lot more people come out and support and get really into it, so it's really nice to play in a building where the people want to watch and really care about the game.
I've talked a lot about hockey and about the game on this show, rightfully so, but we also like to get an idea of what you guys do off the ice, what your life looks like off the ice. And Jordan, I'll start with you, if you kind of give us an idea of maybe your hobbies, how you spend your time when you're not in the rink.
We play a lot of video games. Play with Mark McLaughlin, TJ Walsh, and my billet brother Nick, and they're not very good, but I still play against them, and it's a lot of fun. And we also watch movies and just have a lot of fun. So.
And Jordan, are you going to take heat for that later, that you basically called those guys out? Is this going to be one of those things where you step away from the show, you guys get outside, who knows what happens?
No, I think they're scared of me, so we probably won't do anything.
Wow.
All right, well, I'm going to leave that sit there. I can roast. Sam, how about you? Commitments, things off the ice, hobbies, things that you do when you're not playing the game of hockey?
Like he said, video games is pretty popular. I'm actually trying to start to read right now, which is actually surprising, but yeah, I'm trying to start to read a book.
And what book are you starting in on?
The Big Miss. It's about Tiger Woods. It's a pretty good book, actually, so I'm really into that right now. And
are either of you guys involved in the great ping pong wars and battles that we've heard about over the weeks?
Yeah. There's been a lot of guys try to beat me, but...
You're terrible.
So the dominance extends from video games to ping pong?
Yeah.
Sam, how about you? You get in on that?
I like to play every once in a while, but I'm not really competitive when it comes to ping pong, so I don't think Jordan's that good either, so I don't know.
Coach, I know I asked you about ping pong before. You don't get involved in these video game battles either, do you?
No, I don't really know a lot about these video games. I just know they talk about playing them all the time, but I don't know a lot about them.
And guys, as far as stuff with high school or college, are you guys not in high school right now as far as classes? Do you do anything as far as commitments off the ice with that, Sam?
Actually, I work right now at Batteries Included. It's in Swisher, Iowa, so I'm kind of like the delivery guy there. Just deliver all the batteries everywhere. It's nice.
And Jordan, how about you? Any commitments outside of hockey right now?
I go to high school at Wash, and we go in the morning and then get to the rink for practice. So.
And the guys who are in high school, what's that been like? How have those classmates been able to kind of accept you at Washington, especially making a quick move like that? What's it been like getting acclimated to the high school?
Everyone there is really nice. The teachers have all been great, and I like the guys in my class. So everything there has been really positive.
And guys, I'm going to keep this segment rolling where we just ask you about your favorite things, best of. We'll kind of go down a list of 4 or 5 things here. Sam, I'll start with you. Favorite NHL team and player?
My favorite team has to be the Wild, and my favorite player's got to be, I'll say Duncan Keith. He's a pretty good defenseman, so he's a favorite player.
Jordan, how about you? Favorite NHL team and player?
Favorite team is the Penguins. Lucky to grow up in this city with the best NHL team, which is nice. And favorite player is probably Sidney Crosby. Just watching him grow up, turn into probably the best player in the world. It's been great.
Now, coming from Pittsburgh, coming from a larger city, and then traversing some of the smaller cities, smaller towns in the USHL, how has that adjustment been? Any big kind of culture change when you hop from Pittsburgh to some of these smaller areas?
A little bit. The city's just more compact, a little smaller, but other than that, the communities are pretty alike, and it hasn't been a difficult transition by any means.
Now, with the radio station vibe and connection here, I have to ask you guys, favorite musician and artist. Sam, I'll ask you first.
Favorite musician? Does a rapper count?
Yeah.
I'll go with Lil Uzi Vert. That's my favorite artist.
And Jordan, how about you?
I don't know if I really have a favorite artist. I kind of listen to everything. Probably if I had to pick, Kenny Chesney.
Would you have a song recommendation if someone was just trying to get into Kenny Chesney for the first time? Something you throw them in on?
I think my favorite song by him is Keg in the Closet.
Sam, how about you, the rapper? How would you get people into that? Throw out a song.
Throw out a song that they should look?
Yeah.
I'd say like 7 a.m.'s a pretty good song.
Okay.
If they like rap, it's pretty good, yeah.
Coach, have you dabbled in rap at all, or staying clear of that as well?
I steer clear, but we have a player here by the name of Tyler Thompson, who I don't know if the guys know this or not, but he actually has kind of climbed the ladder as far as the rapping goes. I think he might even have his own CD possibly. He's from the Minneapolis area.
Oh, okay.
So I guess he's pretty into it. He's pretty good.
Did you guys know about the rap connection on your very own team?
I did not know that, no.
Jordan?
No, I had no idea.
We'll go on to favorite film or movie. Jordan, I'll start with you this time.
Probably Step Brothers.
And Sam, how about you?
I'll say Miracle. It's just a classic flick, so it's really good, yeah.
All right, mixing it up this week, too. We're really going to get into it. Dream date. If you're on a date with anybody, celebrity. Sam, you thinking it over? Should I start with Jordan?
Yeah, I'd go with Jordan.
Jordan?
I don't know, probably Victoria Justice. She's been my celebrity crush for a while, so.
Sam?
I'll go with Taylor Swift. I've always had a crush on her. She's pretty cute, so.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That gels well with the rap, too. You got it all going. You got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And how about, switching it back to hockey. I'm making a complete 180. How about best memory in the game of hockey that you've had? Sam, I'll start with you.
Probably winning the high school state championship. That was pretty awesome.
And Jordan, how about you?
I'd have to say last year winning the national championship. It's probably my best memory.
And then, guys, as I've asked every player, we know the Rough Riders do a lot of theme nights, have some pretty creative ones, some pretty unique things. Sam, I'll start down on your end. You can either tell us your favorite theme night that the Rough Riders have done, or if you had your choice and could put together a theme night, could pitch something upstairs to the guys, what you would do.
Well, I really liked that one night when we did the pink out. That was pretty cool. But if I could pick my own night, I'd probably pick maybe like a SpongeBob night or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
I think that's at least the second or third SpongeBob suggestion, so that might catch on. Jordan, how about you as far as favorite theme night and/or if you could throw any theme night on the books, what would you do?
I think a good theme would be a Harry Potter theme night because they have Star Wars and Harry Potter's a great movie.
Yeah, that makes sense. I got a feeling that's probably going to get rolled out soon too. And then, Coach, I'll ask you not about theme nights, but I know that you told us a few weeks ago that you've been getting into podcasts. I was going to give you a couple weeks. Any suggestions for podcasts if anyone wants to tune in on things? Anything that you've come across lately that's been good?
I haven't done a lot of that yet. But what's that radio thing called, Spotify or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, you guys got Coach kind of into the Spotify swing of things?
I guess.
I don't know.
So you were already on it, Coach? Came with that at your own will? The players didn't give you a heads up on that?
No, they didn't, actually. I don't even know how I found out about it, but I got it going a little bit.
There's so much music there.
There's a lot of options.
Yeah, you got your choice of basically everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
Guys, we talk a little bit about adjusting to the community, and obviously you stay with host families, people that kind of make the acclimation easier. And Sam, I'll start with you if you could kind of give us an idea who you live with and what's that been like, that adjustment.
I live with Cindy and Terry Becker. Cindy's right there. Right. It's been really nice just to have them welcome me into your home, have my own room downstairs, so it's been really nice living there so far.
And do you have other players on the team who live there as well?
No, it's just me.
And then Jordan, how about you, your host family, and what's that been like?
I live with Doug and Janelle Banowitz. It's been great. That coming in, they made the transition a lot easier. So they're really nice people as well.
And you do live with, they have other players, right?
Yeah, I live with TJ Walsh and Mark McLaughlin.
And what's that been like, kind of bunking with guys like that?
It's been really fun. I came from not having a roommate and come here, get two of them, so it's been really nice. And you're not alone really. You always have guys hanging around. So
Yeah, Nick too.
I do have Nick too. Yeah, Nick, our billet brother.
And how about favorite host family meal? Got to keep the tradition alive. Jordan, I'll ask you.
I'm gonna have to go with Doug's mac and cheese. Janelle tries to make it sometimes, but doesn't really live up to Doug's.
Oh, wow. Man, I do not want to be in the parking lot after this podcast. I'm going to walk the other way.
Jordan only has one. He has maybe only one or two friends left in the house.
Yeah, we're really thinning him down. This is not good. Okay, Sam, for one, it sounds like, have you had that mac and cheese yet? It sounds like you're a mac and cheese connoisseur. Have not had that
I
yet?
have not had that, no.
How about your favorite host family meal, dinner, something you look forward to?
She made this meatball hoagie thing one time, and it was really good. I actually had two that night, so that's probably my favorite meal.
And then community activities as we wind up here, things that you've been able to do out in the community, stuff you enjoy to do. Sam, I'll ask you things you're able to do here with the Rough Riders kind of outside of the game of hockey.
The Meals on Wheels thing, that's really fun to do, go around and give people some meals, and that's actually all I've done at work also, so that's all I've done so far.
And Jordan, have you had the opportunity yet to get involved in any community events?
Yeah, I go to school, so I don't do it as much as other people, but the one day we had off from school and we went to a daycare, most of the guys from high school, so that was really fun. We got to play with the kids and see what it's like here.
And before we get to our drawing to wrap things up tonight, I'll ask you guys about the next game on the books. It's at Omaha on Friday night, and Sam, I'll ask you first your thoughts as you guys head into this weekend of action.
We've had a good couple days of practice here so far, so we're hoping to put the hard work to the test here and hopefully come out with 2 points.
And Jordan, I'll ask you too, thoughts on this coming weekend. You guys head to Omaha, and then you got a game at home against Lincoln on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a challenge, but I know we can do it. We're preparing very well, so I think we're gonna have a good weekend.
And Coach, as always, final thoughts on you as you head into this weekend of action against Omaha and Lincoln.
Well, Omaha, it's a great building there, for sure, and a lot of energy and then a great place to play. So we'll get back at it tomorrow. We'll be ready to go on Friday.
2 games for the Rough Riders coming up, as we mentioned, Friday night at Omaha on the road, and then Saturday, get on out and see the Rough Riders. They take on Lincoln inside the stable. It's college night. You can wear your favorite hockey jersey to the game, so come on out and support the Rough Riders. Once again, thank you for coming to the Lowdown on Ridertown. We will see you next Wednesday. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, group.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll do the drawing now. Okay, the winner, Dustin Pickett.
Yeah, Picker.
Oh, Picker. Dustin, congrats. You win the 4-pack of tickets and the signed poster from the team. Thanks, guys. Once again, you can find the podcast up at krna.com and the KRNA YouTube page. We'll see you next week. Thanks.
Thanks, group. I'm so sick.